the holidays can be an incredible opportunity to actually make some extra sales. And so if you want to at least explore this idea, then let's make sure we keep it simple, streamlined, and stress-free. I'm Amy Porterfield, ex-corporate girl turned CEO of a multi-seven-figure business. But it wasn't all that long ago that I lacked the confidence, the budget, and the time to focus on growing my small but mighty business. Fast forward past many failed attempts and lessons learned, and you'll see the business I have today. One that changes lives and gives me more freedom than I ever thought possible. One that used to only exist as a daydream. I created the Online Marketing Made Easy podcast to give you simple, actionable, step-by-step strategies to help you do the same. If you're an ambitious entrepreneur or one in the making who's looking to create a business that makes an impact and a life you love, you're in the right place, friend. Let's get started. Well, hey there. Welcome back to Online Marketing Made Easy. This is a shorty episode all about a last-minute holiday offer if you choose to do one. Now, I say last minute because this episode's coming out pretty late in the year, right? And you might think, well, Amy, why didn't you do this episode months and months ago so I could have planned something big and elaborate for my last hurrah of the year? Well, most of you do not want to do something like that. As we get closer to the holidays, most of us want a little extra downtime. Most of us don't want to be doing really big launches in the last 2 months of the year. However, most of us might need to close the gap on some of our goals. So if you set specific revenue goals and maybe you're a little bit farther from meeting that goal than you would like, you might be interested in doing a last minute holiday offer. But that means it can't be elaborate. You can't work on it for months and months, and you don't want it to be so sophisticated that it fully stresses you out at a time when you'd rather be spending time with family and friends. Let's be honest, right? So how can you keep this simple? How can you do something last minute, but pull from resources you already have, offers maybe you've made in the past that you revive? Just what can you pull from or put together quickly that would be high value for your audience, but low stress for you? And that is what we are talking about today. So welcome. I'm so very glad you're here. And listen, if you love this podcast, would you mind sharing it with some of your entrepreneurial friends? My goal is to get out in front of as many business builders as possible to help make their businesses more successful with ease. And I think this is a really great example of doing so. So maybe grab this episode, send it to a friend that might need to close that gap before the end of the year. So here's the thing. The holiday season, if you just look at it from a personal standpoint, it could be overwhelming. It could be a lot of work. I know that I have like 15 people coming from different states to Nashville for Thanksgiving, and I don't cook. So let me tell you, I am very stressed out. So holidays can be stressful, but also a lot of fun. And if you're not careful, your business can take over and you actually don't end up spending the holidays as you would like. I remember years and years ago where I would work right up until like Christmas Eve. I remember vividly, it was a Wednesday, so the Wednesday before Thanksgiving. I've told the story already on this podcast before, so if you're an OG, you've already heard it. But I was with Chloe, who used to be my right hand in my business, and the two of us were sitting at my kitchen table in my house in Carlsbad, California. It was Wednesday at about 4 p.m. And we were working on some campaign, getting ready for something, and we were like deep in it. And we took a break and we were scrolling social media. And I remember watching Marie Forleo make her famous mashed potatoes, and they looked so delicious. She had holiday music on in her house. She had the candles lit. She was in the kitchen. She was whipping up her mashed potatoes for dinner for the next night. And I looked at Chloe and I said, that's what we should be doing. We should be preparing to spend time with family and eat good food and just enjoy ourselves. Because most businesses, including mine, we take that Thursday and Friday off if you're in the US for Thanksgiving. However, that day before, when I watched Marie plan her meals, I thought, I want that. So literally, that was the very final holiday that we ever worked on a Wednesday in my business. Now I give Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday off because I just thought, how fun to just spend the day before Thanksgiving planning and spending time with family and maybe drinking a little wine and making your mashed potatoes or whatever it might be. So I just think as business owners, we have to remember we are the bosses. We get to determine when we work and when we don't, whether that be for us and or for our team. That was just a moment that I thought, I don't want to be doing it like this anymore. So I made the shift. And it's always been, Wednesdays have always been special now because of that, the Wednesday before Thanksgiving. So anyway, remember, you get to do things on your terms. That's the beauty of being your own boss, building your own businesses, because you're doing them on your terms. And don't lose sight of that. And this is an episode for another time, but if you're feeling frustration, resentment, a little bit of anger, maybe in terms of how the year went or how you're spending your time, look in the mirror. You are the one dictating that. You might make excuses, but Amy, it's this or it's that. I'm talking mainly about business here. So I'm not saying anything about your personal life, but for business, you have to look in the mirror and say, I am the one ultimately who is deciding how much I work, how little I work, how I work, who I work with, what I work on. You are the boss, my friend. So you might need to talk to yourself and say, maybe it's time to change a few things. And as we're getting near the end of the year, this is a great time to reflect on all of that. But I'm getting off track a little bit. Let's get back to the holiday season campaign that perhaps you might want to put together. So again, holidays can be a little bit stressful. And with that, you don't want a super complicated marketing campaign. However, as I mentioned, the holidays can be an incredible opportunity to actually make some extra sales. And so if you want to at least explore this idea, then let's make sure we keep it simple, streamlined, and stress-free. So let's dive in and explore 3 different types of holiday offers that you can create that will help you end the year on a high note without all the headaches. First up, let's talk about a workshop course. So this is a great option if you're looking to create a quick, impactful offer that you can sell and deliver in a short period of time. So the beauty of a workshop course is that it's easy. To be very clear, it is a 1-hour live training that you sell in advance, and then people show up at a specific date and time, and you are going to deliver a lesson on a very specific topic. And then if you want, you can add a 15-minute Q&A to the end, making it longer than an hour, or at the 45-minute mark, you do a 15-minute live Q&A. Now, the goal here is to choose a topic that's timely and relevant to your audience, one that they're actively searching for and they need help with. Maybe you're a wellness coach, and as you know, going into the holidays can be really hard for people to stay on track. So maybe it's a 1-hour training on how to not waste all the effort you had made up until that point in the year over the holidays. Or maybe it's something about how to start planning for the new year, getting clear on your new wellness goals, what worked this year, what didn't work, how you want to reset things, where do you want to invest your time and energy on your health. So very timely topics for a holiday promo do really well. For me, I did this in the past. My audience loves to learn how to do their promo calendar for the following year. And so I've done a workshop course before where I charged for it. And I taught people in a workshop how to plan for the new year in terms of business. So you just want to think about what it is you do, what's a quick win, what is something that's top of mind for your audience, and what's something that's really easy for you to put together that you know, oh, my audience would eat this up. Now, as far as pricing goes, it's best to stay under $200 so you can attract a broader audience. It's typically an easy yes. And when you go to promote it, it feels simple to promote it. Speaking of keeping it simple to promote it, you're going to send out a few emails. You're going to use social media. If you have the revenue, you're going to use some paid advertising to make it even easier, but we're just keeping it simple. It's not a super thought out sales page. It's not a 10-point email campaign. It's nothing like that. In fact, in my book, 2 Weeks Notice, I actually cover workshop courses and outline them. So if you have my book, 2 Weeks Notice, or you want to grab it on Amazon, do so, and you can put this together really quickly. Now, if you want to go into even more detail and get templates and examples and ideas, well, if you're in Digital Course Academy, then track 1 in my brand new Digital Course Academy program for 2024. Track 1 is every single thing you need to know to create a workshop course. And I even give you a slide deck template that you can use for your training. So if you're a Digital Course Academy student, it's your lucky day. All right, moving on. The second type of offer that you could create is a coaching package or group coaching program. So this is a great way to provide more personalized support to your clients while also keeping things simple and streamlined. The key is to position it as a way for your customers to get a jump start on the new year. So for example, say you're a parenting coach. You could offer a 60-day coaching program on mindfulness techniques for parents, and you can start it in January. So selling something, let's say Black Friday, if you're going to sell something on Black Friday, you can sell something that starts in the new year. And typically, a Black Friday deal is discounted. So the benefit for them to wait is that they're getting a really great discount. And also, let's be honest, most people don't want to start a coaching program in late November or December. So it's going to be refreshing for them to know, okay, I'm going to start the year off strong. I've got what I need, but I've got a month and a half or so in order to kind of get prepared and get my life organized and get through the holidays before I start it. So there's a benefit there. So you could do one-on-one coaching, or you could do group coaching where you bring a small group of, let's say if you're a parent coach, parents together to share strategies for managing stress and fostering emotional well-being in children. Or you could offer monthly one-on-one sessions with parents for the first 6 months of the year. You can go big, you can keep it simple, anything that you want to do here, as long as you know this is what I'm willing to do for this specific period of time, and you're not going to regret it once the new year hits. I know that's weird for me to say, but I've put together offers and then that are in the future. I sell them, and when I get to them, I'm like, I kind of wish I didn't do this. This is more work than I wanted to do, or this is just not how I want to be spending my time. So be mindful and intentional, whatever you offer, especially if you're going to start it in January. Make sure you're going to feel excited to deliver because people are giving you their hard-earned money in order to get that value. Whatever you decide, you want to make it easy for your audience to say yes. They're already feeling the stress of the holiday season, so the simpler and more straightforward your offer, the better. And then finally, the third option is to put together a bundle or special offer on something you've already created. So maybe it's a product or service that your audience has been raving about all year long, and you want to give them a chance to get it at a discounted price. Or maybe it's a bundle with 2 different offers that complement each other. For example, I've bundled List Builder Society and Systems That Scale, 2 courses that are really popular with my audience, and I bundled them together for a Black Friday offer that has performed really well. Obviously, they get a big discount if they buy them together. What's great about this approach is that you don't have to create anything new, and you can simply take something that's already working well for your business and put a fresh holiday theme spin on it. And by bundling 2 things together, you can make the offer even more enticing and irresistible. And I promised you 3 strategies, but while I was recording this episode, I thought of another strategy you might want to check out. So I recently did a podcast episode with my friend Cody Berman, and it's episode 722, and it's called The Beginner's Blueprint to Passive Income with Digital Downloads. Now, digital downloads would be something like a template or a printable. And you might have some really great templates, some printables, some things that you give your students in some of your programs or you use in your own business that you could bundle and actually sell for like a Black Friday deal. And so if you're interested in selling digital downloads, I recorded the episode not for like a holiday promo, but if you listen to it through the lens of a holiday promo, you could do something pretty cool here. So amyporterfield.com/722. That's just one more idea for something you could do for a quick holiday promo to close that gap if you choose to do so. Now, for all of these offers that I talked about, let's talk about marketing just really quick. The goal here is to keep the marketing simple. So nothing elaborate, right? Rather than trying to do a big, complicated marketing campaign, I recommend sticking to the basics. Email marketing, social media. Maybe if you have a podcast, you could promote it with a timely ad on a podcast or on your YouTube channel or in your blog. And then if you can, maybe a targeted paid advertising campaign, again, if you have the budget. And remember, the more urgent and time sensitive your offer, the better. So instead of dragging out your promotion for weeks on end, try to get it to like a tight 4-day window. I think that's even better. And that will be less stress on you. So a shorter window, it's going to create a sense of scarcity and excitement and make it more likely that your audience will take action. So there you have it. 3 simple stress-free ways plus a little bonus to create a last-minute holiday offer that will help you finish the year strong and set yourself up for an amazing new year. So what are you waiting for? Get to work, create that holiday offer, keep it simple, and get it out there. And if you do this, I would love to hear about it. So once you get this together and you get it out there, DM me. I'm just at Amy Porterfield on Instagram. I would love to hear what you created. All right. I hope you loved this shorty episode and found it valuable. And I cannot wait to hang out with you again on Thursday for more entrepreneurial goodness. See you soon.